everyone. I wanted to touch base with y'all again. When I did the rest of the video for my hat for my 12-month-old, it didn't post. I don't know what happened. I'm new to this. It was not on YouTube, and I had already finished it because I finished it in the video. So I wasn't undoing it to start over. So since I needed to make another hat anyway, this one's for a toddler size. So I just kept doing my rounds till it met my toddler size head, and then I did the half double crochet down until it got to the length I needed. So I'm at that length. I've tried it on her little head, and I think it looks great for her length. So I'm going to take my hook, and again I'm using the Clover Eye hook. It's 5.5 millimeters. And when you get down, after you do all those half double crochet, your last round is going to be single crochet. So we are going to go in the stitch, grab our yarn, pull it through. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, so you now have 3, and then pull through all 3. That's a single crochet. In the stitch, grab your yarn, pull through, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. In the stitch, grab your yarn, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. You're going to do this single crochet all the way around, and I forgot to place my stitch marker. Luckily, I know what single crochet looks like. Right here is my first one. So, let's keep going around here. Get this round. This is just a finishing round. It kind of gives a little edge to your hat. Every hat pattern I've ever seen has a single crochet round on it, except for single crochet hats. And if you have a single crochet hat, then you have a reversed single crocheted round. So instead of going the way we've been going, you would turn your hat for a change and go backwards. And that just, again, gives it the finishing, but makes it stand out so it doesn't match with everything else, since everything else was single crochet. So let me finish around this hat here. I hope everybody's hats have turned out okay. I haven't seen any comments or questions sent to me yet. If you do have any comments, questions, please comment. Send me a message. Find my page on Facebook. I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. If you have any requests for future projects, I will be figuring out here soon, in another couple weeks, our next thing I'm going to do a video on. I'm not quite sure what yet. I wanted to do this with it coming winter time and cooler weather. So we'll finish this up. I would also like to see pictures of your finished hats so I can see all the colors you do, or if you don't use the rose, the flower, you can, use a bow. You can find anything on Pinterest to do. I've seen people use beads. I've seen people go buy the appliques at Joann's and Walmart and wherever else and just sew on an applique. I've seen all kinds of things. I like to see what everybody does, to see all the different options. I've seen people crochet the letter for the child, for their name, and put on the hat. I've seen all kinds of cute things. Like I said, Pinterest is a crocheter's best friend. In my last video, I said that. I don't know, I might have actually thought it and did not say it. But it really is. You can find about anything on there, free, paid, whatever it may be. And also Ravelry, RAVELRY, I think, .com. That is one of my best sites to help find patterns. Also, they can be paid, they might be free, whatever. You can narrow them down by free or paid. But you can find all kinds of stuff on there. Find different patterns. Okay, I'm back to my stitch marker. So, when you finish, after you're finished your complete and final round or whatever color you might be using, you slip stitch. I do it 2 times just to kind of help it do that. I'll take my handy dandy scissors here and cut a nice tail. Move that color out of the way. Now let's pull the yarn through. That way it kind of locks it and tighten it. Now, when I go to sew in my ends, I always like to look at my hat and see which side looks the best. That's why I decide which side I sew my ends on. That way I know. Actually, this here is going to be my inside of my hat, and this will be the outside. So, I got my darning needle.
I know you do that.
I'm going to thread it. Now, well, maybe I'm going to thread it. Let's try that one more time.
I cut.
No.
How did I get this?
Alright, guys. Now, when we sew in, weave in our ends is what it's usually called. You come in, you see we have our V's here for our stitches. So, I'm going to slide it on in this way to pull it through. So I just kind of went through that stitch. When you weave in your ends, you want it to go in between the thread and the knots and everything that we do. And you don't want it to be seen on the other side, but you do that to help lock it in place. So I'm just doing this one knot real quick to tighten it there. Now, I go up a couple of stitches. Then I go left or right from that, whichever one. Then I go up again. Okay, and this time I'm going to go to the left since I went to the right. And just make sure you get it in there real good. I don't want this too tight here because I don't want it wonky looking. And then snip my end. And it's done. So turn that right side out. And we're going to make our flower next. What I'm going to do right now... You're my child now. What I'm going to do next is look and see where I want my applique put. So my flower we're doing. That way I can, again, cover up any blemishes you might have. If there happen to be one on each side and you couldn't hide it that way, I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to move this because I want it on this side of the head. So right here's where I'm going to end up placing my applique. When I do it, I need my other yarn. This is Red Heart Super Saver in purple. I don't know the exact color name because I threw away my I can't even think of the word. I threw it away when I got it, so I could not tell you what the color is exactly, but it is a purple color. It doesn't look like it in this video. Well, there it kind of looks purpley. But it is a purple color. Have little girls, so they like purple. So we're going to chain 55. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. And I always like just to run my finger, I hold on to one end and run my finger back the other side just to kind of stretch it back out and make it nice and flat, not all curly it up from working with it. Now, when you have to do a double crochet in your turning stitch, you always chain 2 more. So 1, 2. To do a double crochet, we yarn over. It says to go back 2 chains. So see, we had to do the 2 to do that. So there's 1, 2. So we're going to go in the third one. Here's my third one. Stick your hook in the third chain. Grab your yarn, pull it through. So we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So there is our first double crochet. Then we chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and go in the third one for another double crochet. So we yarn over, go into the stitch, Grab our yarn, pull through. We have 3 loops. Yarn over, go through the first 2 loops. Yarn over the last 2 loops. Chain 2, skip 2, into the 3rd. You're going to do this till you get to the end of your chain, and I will be back with you. I'll meet up with you there at the end. That way we can go over what to do next to make our rose petals. Okay, everybody, I'm here at the end of this, so we should have a chain, our foundation chain with our double crochets. It looks pretty holy right now. Looks like a film reel. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn, we're going to chain 1, yarn over, double crochet, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, half double crochet. So we yarn over, we have the 3 loops, we yarn over again, pull through the 3 loops, then we double crochet. So yarn over into that space, yarn over again through the 2 loops, yarn over through the 2 loops. Triple crochet, so we yarn over 1, 2 times into the space, grab your yarn, pull through. So we have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over. Now we go through 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops, yarn over, 2 loops. Now see how tall that stitch is? Well, if I can get it to focus. It's not focusing very well, sorry guys. So it's a taller stitch, but that's how we make our pattern. So now we're going to go back down. So we're going to double crochet, and then we half double. Alright, so see how that goes. Pull this up and pull it out. See how it goes up and then back down? That makes your petal. Now we're going to slip stitch in the next 2, let me think about this. We're going to slip stitch in the next 2 gaps. So there's 1 slip stitch. Here's our second slip stitch right there. Now, chain 1, yarn over, half double, double, triple.
Yeah, triple.
I should go over that triple again. Let me start again with that.
Did you hear that noise?
The triple is yarn over once, yarn over again, into your gap, grab your yarn, pull through. So we have 4, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So you should just see a pattern at this point with your stitches. The double, you go through 2 loops 2 times. The triple, you go through the 2 loops 3 times. And you can make your stitch as high as you want by adding as many yarn overs on it and things to that nature. So that's how that works on that one. Now we're doing another double in that same spot to come back down the other side of the leaf or the petal, and then a half double. Slip stitch in 2 gapping spaces in the next 2. Chain 1. Now we're doing a half double, a double, 2, 2, a triple, a double, and a half double. Slip stitch in the next 2 gapping spaces. Some more yarn here. And then single crochet, half double, double, triple, double, half double. Slip stitch, chain 1, half double, double, triple, well, maybe, double, half double. Slip stitch, single crochet, half double, double, triple,
Triple.
double, half double. All right, slip stitch, and we are at the end of that. Now let's cut us a nice mighty long tail because we have to sew in our ends. So now you're going to pull that through to finish it off. You're welcome. Okay. Now, on the end where we started, we have the tail that when we made our slip knot, we need to sew that in because there was no way for us to crochet over it with this type of pattern. Let me rephrase that. There could be a way to do it, and I just don't know it. So I'll just tuck this in here real quick and easy and make it look nice. So I'm just going to go up that double crochet all the way up it there. Tuck it in there. And then I'm going to go through these stitches here. Pull it back out, make sure it stays square, and that's good enough for that. Because it was already knotted, but we still need to tuck it in so it looks nice. Now, when you're going to put this on your hat, you're going to roll this up. Okay, well, I had problems with my other one rolling it up too. I just didn't do it right. I'm all thumbs. It is not the pattern, it is definitely me. So you roll this up nice and round and pretty, how you want. And you see how this is where there's not a petal, this petal fell. So you can leave it tight, you can kind of stretch it out. It's your discretion on how you want this. Let me thread my needle here again. Maybe. This yarn's kind of fray at the end. Alright, I'm going to come up here, place this where I want it. I'm going to go down through that last double crochet. Back this up here so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm not used to having to work with a camera here. Alright, and then now down through. At this point it really could go anywhere just so it gets through that in there so you can start stitching it pretty. So we have it in here nice and pretty. You want to go through and get up in there and grab your flower. Go in that hole there and grab another one. Tighten my rows back up here. Sorry guys. I'm all thumbs tonight. It didn't do that bad on my other one. Let's go up and grab that.
Can you help me later?
Yes, I can help you later, honey. I have a little miniature future crocheter over here trying to do some kind of projects. It's down. You want to make sure you get up in here and grab your rows and all kinds of different places to keep it on there, especially with making a kid's hat. This way it helps hold that on there because it's going to get tugged on and pulled and who knows what all else. They're kids. I mean, you want it on there nice. You want it to look nice and anyway and stuff, so you want to get on there. So I'm just kind of going through. I know I'm grabbing because the harder it is to pull through and get your stitches, your needle to go through, that's how you know you're doing it right because you're getting in between the actual threads and things to help hold it. I like the metal needles better. They're really still not sharp. I mean, here I am poking myself in the thumb. I can feel sharpness, but it's not poking me to bleed. So it's nice to have with the kids. But it does slide through easier with being the metal. So let me see here. Where am I at? Let me flip this over and look at my flower.
I don't know. I like it that I said they will cut with.
I need to pull that middle piece down. Look at that sticking up there.
I like it.
I'm glad you like it.
Because I would buy.
Let me get that. Alright guys, I think, oh nope, I found another spot I didn't get tacked down. See? Very easy. There we go. Now, to finish off my binding, to make sure this sticks, it's just like if you're sewing on a button or anything else. You want to get in between your stitches. I like to go this direction a couple times, a couple different spots. Here. Well. And then I like to switch it and go the other direction a couple times. Just to make sure I have it tacked and tight. You could use a little bit of fray check or some glue on the end of this when you cut it, just to make sure it is taken care of in there. I do leave, I'm going to cut this a little bit longer so you still see that there. It's going to pull in there as I pull on it a little bit. So, that is the end of our rose petal hats. You got to see me make 2 of them since I screwed up the first video. This is a design by Honeybee. It is on Pinterest. If you look up the Rosy Newborn Hat pattern, I modified it to make it a little bit bigger. It is a free pattern, so you can find it on there. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below, and I will get back to them as soon as I can to help you. I may even need you to post pictures so I can see what's going on, or we'll do a live feed. We'll do something. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe and share so that we can keep this going and do more. Thank you. Y'all have a great evening.